You're likely the one who remembers every preference, smooths over every friction, and reflexively says yes, even when your body is screaming no. That yes usually comes with a hidden tax, hours alone managing the resulting exhaustion and resentment. To the outside world, you're simply easygoing or low maintenance, the person who never makes a scene. Common wisdom calls this people-pleasing. We're told it's a personality quirk or a lack of willpower, suggesting that if you just practiced being more assertive, the habit would disappear. This approach almost always fails because it treats a survival mechanism as a communication style. Assertiveness training cannot override a nervous system that believes it is fighting for its life. Most know the 3 classic nervous system responses to threat: fight, flee, or freeze. But trauma activates a 4th pathway, the Fawn Response. Instead of retreating, the nervous system moves toward the threat, neutralizing danger through strategic appeasement, managing emotions so the danger passes. Chronic people-pleasing functions as an involuntary biological strategy. It is a calculated, life-saving program executed by the body to ensure survival in unpredictable environments. This response is often forged in childhood, specifically in homes where conflict carried real consequences, and keeping the peace was a survival imperative. A child in this environment must learn to monitor emotional weather. They become experts at reading micro-expressions and shifts in tone before a single word is even spoken. This constant monitoring allows the child to suppress their own authentic needs in real time, adjusting their behavior to maintain a safe emotional climate in the room. This adaptation represents a sophisticated nervous system calculation. It is the most intelligent response available to a child trying to prevent emotional or physical harm. The difficulty arises when this software continues to run by default in adult environments, where you are actually safe, but your body still perceives every disagreement as a threat to your existence. In daily life, this looks like the reflexive apology. You apologize for things you didn't do, not because you feel guilty, but because your body is trying to neutralize the other person's perceived displeasure. Then there is the visceral terror of disappointing others. To a fawner, saying no feels like a physical danger, triggering a state of rigid bracing as the body prepares for a catastrophe. You might also notice a chameleon-like quality. Your opinions and personality shift automatically to match whoever you're with, an unconscious attempt to remain safe through total agreement. Once you're alone, the post-interaction scanning begins, obsessively reviewing every detail of a conversation for any hint that you might have upset someone or made a mistake. This constant state of fear-based yes eventually creates a deep, hidden well of resentment. It is impossible to habitually abandon your own needs without eventually feeling the weight of that sacrifice. A low-maintenance exterior can hide an exhausted nervous system trapped in a state of perpetual threat management. Beyond the daily exhaustion, chronic fawning causes a progressive disconnection from your own internal signals. After years of prioritizing the management of other people's emotions, the skill of feeling your own feelings is often underdeveloped. This leaves a void where your own desires, boundaries, and opinions should be. The very attunement that allows you to read a room so precisely is the same sensitivity that was drafted into the service of survival. A skill once used to protect you now keeps you from knowing yourself. Chronic fawning eventually leads to the erasure of the authentic self, as your own identity is sacrificed to maintain the comfort of those around you. Healing involves shifting your internal relationship with this protective mechanism, rather than trying to become less kind or caring. A practical first step is creating a deliberate pause before agreeing to any request. This gap allows you to ask, am I saying yes because I want to, or because I'm afraid of what happens if I don't? Healing also requires building a tolerance for the discomfort of disappointing people. By experiencing that disappointment and noticing that the expected catastrophe does not arrive, you begin to update your nervous system's threat level. Reconstructing your interior world happens by persistently asking what you feel and want, separate from the emotional climate of the room you are currently in. Viewing yourself as a survivor rather than a burden allows you to finally direct your capacity for compassion inward, using the same patience you've always extended to the rest of the world.